for it. No, sir. I'll see you in there.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Coach Plays. See if we're working. Yep, we're looking good. So we're back for some Monday Night Football between the LA Rams, the 4-9 LA Rams, and the 5-8 Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers sit at 5-8 and still have an outside chance to get into the postseason, so they desperately need a win tonight. Coach Allen in the house, Hall of Fame member. Glorious. We're not worthy. The show goes on. He says the best intro on YouTube. Damn straight. Also, we've got an announcement here that I want to pop this in right now. Chase Bishop has been around for a hot minute now, constantly commenting on all of our videos. He's one of the first people in on the chat. Welcome, Chase Bishop, to the member game. Moderate member. He is going to be one of the moderators for this stream, for this channel. So I appreciate you, Chase Bishop, for all your support, for you taking time out of your day watching some of our videos. So you are now a blue moderator for the Coach Plays. Appreciate you. As he popped in the chat and says like and subscribe. As always, guys, we will we go back and forth from this scene to this scene. I'll get the game cast up for you guys, and I will pop in the chat there as well. So as far as bets are concerned for this game, we've got a big parlay bet. $5 wins 156. Aaron Jones rushing under 59 yards. A.J. Dillon rushing for over 40. Baker Mayfield throwing for over 200. Aaron Rodgers throwing for over 200. The Rams plus 14.5. They're a plus 7 dog in this game. I've got them in that bet, just plus 14.5. And then Cam Akers over 40 yards rushing. Christian Watson over 25 yards receiving. Ben Skoranek over 25 yards receiving. And Alan Lazard over 25 yards receiving. Hey, no worries, Chase. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Bishop. I'm just glad you enjoy the content. So I appreciate you taking time watching it, commenting. People don't realize that the thumbs up and the comments matter a whole lot. So I appreciate you. Feel like you're invested to see the channel grow. So those are the type of moderators I want, that's for sure. So I appreciate you, Chase. Fun fact, Chase Bishop, but I don't know if you know this, but Coach Allen, you and him got the same first name. All right, let's see if the game audio is ready to be popped in. They're still playing a little bit of music, but I think we're close. All right, so here we go. Kickoff. So the Rams get the ball first, and he just got walloped.
It's a 10-yard return. return, and here comes Baker Mayfield to start his night.
I'm going to mute that real quick. See if we can get this YouTube chat in here. There we go. Looks like we got that. I'll get the game cast up for you guys. So Baker Mayfield, I ended up taking the Rams plus 10.5. They are a 7-point dog. To me, I just feel good about the Rams. Akers with a good run here to the 30, to the 35. He'll be pushed out of bounds. I feel like Baker Mayfield is bringing in something different to this team. This team that has had a whole lot of bad things happening to him this year. I think he's got a chance to keep this a close game, to be honest. Maybe even a possible upset.
And why does Troy say that? Because the Green Bay Packers have been miserable trying to stop the run.
They have been really bad all season long, and they have been...
What's up, Carver Family Team member?
not been able to slow anyone down.
So after the first down, hand it off to Cam Akers again, and this time too much penetration up the middle by big number 97, Clark. And that's a loss of a couple.
A loss of 2 on that carry by Akers.
Well, we all know about the Rams' offensive line and a lot of the changes and different lineups that they've had throughout the year. Good job there by Kenny Clark, beating the center, Brian Allen.
Well, and that center, Brian Allen, is down on a knee.
Not good for the Rams to already have their center down.
Ridiculous, the injuries on that offensive line like you talk about. Coleman Shelton now will slide over to center, and Ode Abushi will likely come in at guard. And that is exactly what has happened. And I mean, when you are looking at as Allen goes to the sideline, you see how
Mute that. That center did walk off on his own, so maybe he'll come back. He didn't look like he was banged up that bad, but who knows. All right, so here we go. 2-back set for the Rams.
You look at 14 different offensive line combinations throughout this season. It's impossible.
1 back, motions out to the right, and we're going to get a stoppage. This is probably a false start.
and this play is shut down.
Okay, before the snap, false start, offense, number 68, 5-yard penalty, second down.
I'm going to do that, Chase, just in case. Coach Allen, just in case if you ever wanted to pop in.
Okay, I'm
Hey,
here, Pop. I'm
there
watching.
he
Don't
is.
worry.
Look good getting off the field.
No, he did.
That was Coach Allen, everybody.
On that first play of the game.
Popping in, giving us a little color commentary.
And then just couldn't
I
go
like that.
longer.
See that stat for that man, Sean McVay, that
We can do that a lot more often.
starters most by any team.
All right, so you get a tight trips bunch, single receiver to the top of your screen. He's pressed up.
Kyron Williams,
In a 2nd and 17 after a really positive play on first down, looked like might have got away with an offsides was the Rams, and that was Clark who made the tackle. Like I say, it looked like to me he might have got away with an offsides.
Kenny Clark is obviously one of those dominant players.
Okay, watching the Peyton and Eli.
He's a load. Inside.
I enjoyed it last week. Catfish Terry in the house. What's up, Catfish Terry?
hurry it up. They make no
Mayfield going down the field, and he finds his man on a hook curl.
swings it to Van Jefferson.
And that's Van Jefferson, and that is a big first down. So Rams found themselves in a 3rd and 15 and able to convert.
Just an umbrella across the back end, and yet Van Jefferson, number 12, he just is able to come off the line of scrimmage. Nobody reroutes him. Got defensive backs dropping deep, and he just, it's like being out at practice, throwing that on air. I mean, that's
Dudley,
not as easy a complete
you're starting way too early today.
to convert on third.
All right, so 1st and 10. This ball is just past the 45 of the Rams. They get a tight end wing set to the right. Inside handoff, that is Akers for a gain of 1.
Not much, got one. Play made
So
by
I need
Russell
to, let's do
Douglas.
box score, new tab.
We talked to Sean McVay about Baker Mayfield. He said on a
So in my big parlay, we've got Cam Akers over 40 yards rushing. Right now, good start, 3 for 14. We also got Baker Mayfield over 200. Right now, he's got 17.
ability to spin the ball and get it through the air like he can.
Yeah, and he does have that ability, and I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was handling the cold, handling the football really well. I mentioned it coming into this game. And
2nd and 9. Play action, boot to the left. Mayfield tries to check it down to Skoranek. I believe that was. Yep. But that one just kind of dirted and looked like he might have threw that in the dirt on purpose.
Los Angeles Ram was right there in the face of Baker Mayfield, and so now another 3rd and long.
We mentioned Baker Mayfield returning. He was here last year on Christmas Day as a Cleveland Brown, a performance that he'd like to forget. 4 interceptions in that game, so at least he's familiar.
So third,
Hush.
damn. 3rd and 9, a trips bunch set to the left. Single receiver off coverage on top of the screen. And Mayfield in trouble and somehow gets away but goes down. Preston Smith held on to that right ankle. Held on to that right ankle and ended up being able to get him down. So there was some positives there on that first opening drive for the Rams, but ultimately having to settle for a punt.
He's watching to make sure the snap occurs, whether he needs to get back to the other side, just does not give the right tackle any help whatsoever, and he could have used it.
Riley Dixon will punt it.
So on 4th and 17, punting from their own 40.
A good return man since taking over.
Gets it off. And he's got plenty of room to return from the 15. Gets to the 20, the 25. Gets to the 30 and finally tackled around the 32.
That's a 19-yard return.
All right, guys, that's going to get us to a commercial break. I will be right back. Coach Allen says, fun fact, catfish theory is the long way to say goat. I love it. All right, so Packers going to have their first drive coming up after, like, say, some good things going on in that drive for the Rams, but a couple penalties and a sack ends up doing them in on that first drive.
To the Raiders, there are going to be some growing.
All right, so here we go. Rodgers and the Packers will take over at their own
That was the year there.
32.
Packers won the Super Bowl.
Motion from right to left is Watson. Little play action fake to start. Rodgers maybe taking a shot. Plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, and now just checks it down to Aaron Jones, and he drops it. Pass was a little low. Maybe trying to take a shot there, but Rams able to have some good coverage down the field. Okay, Brian Allen, that center for the Rams, walking a little bit rougher than what I thought he was, as he just walked, or I would say limped, to the locker room.
Too many questions. This night's over.
All right, so here we go. Condensed formation here. A little split zone action. Jones gets a crease, but it's a gain of about 5 to 6. Lynn Floyd there was in on that tackle.
Rookies playing for the LA Rams made the stop 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Russ Yeast, he's been getting a handful of snaps throughout the last few weeks, getting some playing time, and a lot of young players that we'll be talking about tonight that hadn't been playing earlier in the year, but with the season the way that it is, they're evaluating a lot of these young guys, seeing what they can do and how it might look going into next year.
Quick snap on 3rd down and 5.
And a quick out route to Dobbs, I believe. Is that his name? Doobs or Dobbs?
First action since the Detroit game.
They just run a little quick speed out, and that soft coverage, that's just easy for Aaron Rodgers. They needed about 5, and they pick up a gain of about 8. So Dobbs is his name. So 1st and 10. You can tell it's cold there in Lambeau. 2 wings, and they go with a GT counter to the left, and Jones finds a crease for a gain of about 9.
Good job by this offensive line. We saw on the first snap the amount of time that Rodgers had in the pocket in pass protection, and now they're getting that running game going, and that's something that they were not able to do very well last year, run the football. But this year it's been good, and Matt LaFleur has stuck with it a little bit more, considering how young they are at some of the wideout positions.
Little toss to the left. That is A.J. Dillon, and he'll get a gain of about 6. So I tell you, Aaron Jones, 2 carries for 14 already scares me. I'm guessing that's what Coach Allen's probably referring to, says he's got bad news for me. The PS3 Online Dynasty is starting right now. Y'all are dirty dogs. Dirty dogs. Okay, I see you. I see you. I don't even think I responded to Shay's text about that earlier today. Quick out route throw again. That one's to Alan Lazard.
He's got the grab for 7. Forced out by the nickelback, Troy Hill.
Well, this is starting to look something for Green Bay. I mean, it's been a while. They haven't scored a point on their opening drive in the last 8 games. So for them to start this game and move the ball the way that they are, they're right there in field goal range now.
I was hoping he was watching, but I knew there was a low chance. 2nd and 3, just across the Rams 30 now. Watson motions left to right. Rodgers looking, now fires, and he's got his man. That is Dobbs again, inside the 20 and a 1st down. So Aaron Rodgers looks happy to have Dobbs back into this offense.
Just really good work on his part, being able to start like he's going to the boundary and put his foot in the ground against a veteran corner in Troy Hill and create some separation and give his quarterback a place to go with the football.
Tight end motions right to left. Now one tight end. Looks like a double wing set, to be honest. Condensed formation, and they run with a counter to the right. Jones finding a good crease there for another gain of 10, and I think I had Jones under, what was it? Under 59 yards rushing, and that is not looking good, as he already has 24 yards rushing. So Aaron Jones is going to screw up that parlay. I knew I shouldn't have took the under, but I did not have faith that he would get over. But right now, this Rams defense struggling to stop the run, especially without Aaron Donald. I should have took that into consideration. Short motion by Watson on the top of the screen. Little wide zone for Jones, and he'll pick up about 3 more.
Bobby Wagner, the six-time All-Pro linebacker there to make the stop. And the Packers have struggled in their goal-to-goal.
Need this Rams defense to come up here in this red zone.
As Matt LaFleur is in his fourth year as head coach.
9 plays so far, 63 yards, taking off 5:20 on this first drive for the Packers. Tight end motions to the left. They hand it off to Dillon. No, they play action. Now he throws, and that's incomplete. A lot of contact there. No flag. Jalen Ramsey was on the coverage. Looks like it might have been incidental between him and Christian Watson. Man, I thought, and the telecast thought, that they handed it off to A.J. Dillon. Rodgers pulled it out late. Had Leonard Floyd right in his face, but still put a really good ball there.
To Leonard Floyd, you see Rodgers, he's looking for the flag. What do you think, John?
He's looking for it, but both players have.
So now a 3rd and goal. Ramsey on Watson at the bottom. Alan Lazard's got it off coverage at the top because Aaron Rodgers threw it at that front pylon. Rodgers looking, steps up, in trouble, and Rodgers will go down. That's a big loss. Leonard Floyd there in on the sack. I love watching Leonard Floyd. So this Packers offense was moving the ball, but then an incompletion that they were wanting pass interference in the end zone. And then a sack, and now they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Yeah, Hoyt does make a really good play there, number 97. Floyd just kind of cleaned it up. 34-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. This kick is good.
It was a loss of 11 yards on the sack. And not
So, Rams hold them to a field goal. That's good for my main bet at plus 10.5. Now I need to see this Rams offense get going. So, after the first drive, this is where we're at right now. Baker Mayfield went 1 for 2 for 17 yards. Rodgers 3 of 5 for 29 yards. Cam Akers 3 carries for 14. Aaron Jones 4 for 27. That is not good for my big parlay bet, as I have them under 59 yards rushing. I would need them to get A.J. Dillon a little bit more involved. Van Jefferson is the 1 catch for 17 yards for the Rams. Romeo Doubs 2 catches for 22. He looks good in his return. Alan Lazard 1 for 7, and that is it so far. Kenny Clark, defensive tackle for the Packers, has a couple solo tackles. He's had some disruption up in that interior line of the Rams, and then Troy Hill with 2, Taylor Rapp with 2, and Leonard Floyd has 1 solo, and that 1 solo was a sack. I know, haven't heard from any LA fan just yet. Maybe they'll pop in here at one point.
go play quarterback.
All right, so it looks like we're back.
Just a moment.
He's going to stay over there as long as he can, though. Well, even in that game against the Raiders, they had a wristband that they were going to work off of, and that lasted all of about 2 plays.
This is a short kick being fielded at the 10.
Which really added to the degree of difficulty for him.
And he'll just get to about the 26.
After crossing the 25, knocked down at the 26. And a 16-yard return.
Here's McVay. Well, now you got a little bit of a scuffle out here on the field.
Okay, so Packers and the Rams getting into it a little bit.
In the play to Baker Mayfield, and in that game that Baker came in on that Thursday night, he had a wristband, and that would allow him then to be able to make the calls easier, but it's not something that McVay is accustomed to doing, and he got away from it pretty quickly, and then it was kind of sink or swim, and Baker hung in there as best.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Rams. They need a drive that kind of answers that drive of Green Bay, because they were able to get down the field pretty quick on this LA Rams defense. Mayfield steps up in the pocket and should have took off and ran, but by the time he pulled that one in, he got sacked. Mayfield trying to do a good job of keeping his eyes downfield, but clearly nothing there. Receivers not getting separations. Packers doing a good job down the field. Mayfield. Yeah, Van Jefferson. If he throws that early, he's got Van Jefferson on a corner. He's got to throw that. Yikes. There was grass there. Could have thrown Van Jefferson open. Now 2nd and 11. Quick out route throw there. Higbee. That will make it a 3rd and manageable. They need to pick up this 3rd down. You don't want to give it right back to Green Bay.
Get a little more acclimated to the playbook, and everyone then thinks that it's going to look a lot better. It does take a little bit of time, but at least he's got some reps, because a lot of the things they did in that game were not based on timing, and they couldn't be because he had no real work with these wide receivers.
So trip set to the right, Van Jefferson lone receiver to the left, a 1 high safety look for the Packers as they have a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage, make it about 7. Ooh, and Clark jumped off sides early. That will now make this 3rd and 1.
The indication is false start.
False start.
False start.
Wow.
Offense, number 65. 5-yard
So instead of 3rd and 1, it's now 3rd and 11.
Shelton, who is slid over from right guard.
I think Clark felt like he went. And they're getting the center on the head.
With is the head movement by the center. That's been a point of emphasis for the last several weeks. The head movement without an immediate snap, they want it as a false start.
Wow. And I believe Clark felt like he was the culprit. So now 3rd and 11, not where you want to be. Quads to the right, empty formation. Mayfield tries to set up a tight end screen, almost picked off. Going to have to punt. So this Packers offense looked really good on their first drive, and this Rams offense is just giving them the ball right back. This is a tight end screen all the way. That is a great job by number 55. I can't remember his name, but he just stayed on Higbee. He knew that was coming. He read that one all the way. So another punt off, short. It's going to bounce at the 40, and it'll go out of bounds at around the 45 for the Packers.
On this cold night by Riley Dixon. Here comes Rodgers back to work up 3.
You know, I'd love to compete and want to be out there with my guys.
So it's got us to a commercial break. Packers up in this one by a score of 3-0. Packers going to get the ball back after this commercial for their second drive. Like say, we're able to march it down the field pretty easily. Then once it got into the red zone, Rams were able to make a stop. Rams are going to have an answer for the Packers run game, as they were able to have some success on the ground between, really it was just Aaron Jones, but A.J. Dillon did have 1 carry for 7 yards, but As a team, 5 carries for 34 yards. The Rams cannot afford to give up that sort of average per rush. And like I say, it's going to be hard to stop it with no Aaron Donald. All right, so it looks like we're coming back now from that commercial.
After game and another jammed house on a 15-degree night, hoping the Packers start their run. They won at Chicago 2 weeks ago.
First and 10, I formation for the Packers to start out at their own 44. Handoff Dillon, and Dillon will pick up a gain of about 5.
He gets 6. Jonah Williams makes the tackle for L.A.
Well, the Packers here tonight, so far in the early going, they've gotten that running game going, and there was a time where you just weren't able to run the football against this Rams defense. But the last couple of weeks, Seattle and the Raiders, they've done a pretty good job. But a lot of that has had to do with the fact that Aaron Donald, of course, great pass rusher that he is, but also one of the really great run defenders.
Under center again for Rodgers. Little A-gap pitch there. On a split zone to A.J. Dillon, only gets a gain of about 1. You're starting to see a lot more teams do that. That comes from that Shanahan system. They do a lot of A-gap power. That one right there just looked like a little A-gap split zone, but it's a little toss action, but that back is to hit it north now. Kind of gives an outside influence to the defense while primarily trying to hit it inside. So 3rd and 2, Rams could use a quick 3 and out here. Trip set to the left, Watson lone receiver to the right, and quick flat route throw, and he's got the first down. Needed 2, gets 4.
Troy Hill couldn't bring him down initially in a gain of 4 and a fresh set for Green Bay.
Yeah, Troy Hill played it really well. He recognizes it. He tries to get there and make the tackle. If he's able to, he's short of the first down. Pretty good effort, but Tunyon, pretty impressive what he's been able to do, coming off that big injury last year and able to put it together and have a pretty good season, all things considered.
Tight trips bunch. A.J. Dillon still in at back. That's good for me. Play action, booting out to the right, looking to take a shot. He unloads it, wide open, and that was a terrible throw, and it's intercepted. Oh, my God. What? That has to be the worst throw I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers make in his career. He's got a wide open man just with green grass all around him, and he overthrew him by a mile.
Kind of throttled it down, and I understand what Lazard was thinking.
So let's see. Lazard was the point man in the bunch to the right. He's just running a shallow crosser, and yeah. I guess Rodgers felt like he would keep going. Yikes, that is not pretty.
So I understand why Rodgers is so upset, but I know what Lazard was thinking with the safety playing over the top.
Lazard trying to find that open grass, and him and Rodgers just not on the same page. And here comes the Rams. A little toss to a counter backside. Good gain of about 6. That's going to get us to the end of the first quarter. Green Bay 3, LA 0.
But I know some throws have gotten away from Rodgers, and you've got to believe the thumb. He won't talk about it. But the
Appreciate everybody being in here, guys. As always, as you're popping in the stream, hit those thumbs up. It helps us out. Share us out.
Hit the like button!
There you hear it. Coach Allen, Hall of Fame member, says hit the like button. Do it!
Just do it! Yes, you can! Make your dreams come
Coach Allen,
true!
what team are you in the dynasty?
The UTEP Miners.
UTEP. Terrible.
DC.
You didn't give Shea FIU, did you?
No, he's Northern Illinois, OC.
Okay. Okay, so y'all went OCDC first.
Yeah, and the rule you have to stay for 2 years at the minimum.
Okay. You're going to grind that through break.
Same for when you're a head coach in a non-Power 5 school.
I like that.
But more importantly, chat, can we get some damn offense?
And my goodness.
I didn't stay up to watch this dang Monday Night Football game to not see some offense.
3-0. You going to work tomorrow, by the way? Or is that still up in
Hell
the
no.
air? Oh my gosh.
I'll text you.
Okay.
I'll check.
Alright, so we're on a commercial break right now. Baker Mayfield so far in that first quarter, 2 for 4 for 22 yards. Aaron Rodgers 4 for 7 for 33. That's already kind of shooting my ugh. That's not good. Not good at all. Crap. But yeah, no offense, which is good for my main bet of plus 10.5, but we'll see. We get the Spurs plus, get Minnesota plus. Got New Orleans plus. And I got the Lakers plus. Okay, that's looking okay. Coach Allen says, how is the parlay looking? I mean, not really that good, I would say. We'll look back at it here in a little bit as we're getting back into this inside handoff. Cam Akers, he's pushing forward for a gain of 6. I'd say Akers is looking pretty good for me.
We look at the reactions of Sean,
But the quarterbacks are not getting enough yards, I'll say that. So I've got one in the red right now. Aaron Jones, under 59 yards rushing. He's got 27, so that's not off to a good start.
boy, it sure feels good to win. And
Cam Akers is at 21. I need him over 40 yards rushing, so that's off to a good start. A.J. Dillon has 15. I need him over 40 yards rushing. That's a good start. The Aaron Jones worries me, and the quarterbacks worries me. 1st and 10, dumps it down. Cam Akers gets to the 50, and he'll pick up a gain of 10.
Keyshawn Nixon there for Green Bay, but that's going to be enough for another first down for L.A.
I kind of treated that
Good job there. I know a lot
when I
of people
made
talk
like
about
how many legs is
how
this?
difficult it was for Baker,
1,
of
2,
course, to come
3.
into play.
Hush.
As a quarterback myself, I don't even know that you can properly
1, 2,
understand
3, 4,
how
5,
difficult it is, even though
6,
he's been in a
7,
lot of different
8,
systems,
9
to be
leg
able to
parlay.
make the
I just
calls.
kind of thought of it as like a
Baker has said
$5 scratcher.
carryover from the protections in Cleveland.
1st and 10.
Once he knew
2-by-2 set. And they're going to have to call a timeout as they almost had to delay a game.
A little confusion there offensively, having to burn a timeout. Play clock was at 1,
So that gets us to another stoppage. So I took a NBA parlay as well. $10 wins 32, but I took San Antonio Spurs plus 13.5. Right now they're actually up 7. Minnesota Timberwolves plus 13.5. They are only down 3 right now. Then I've got the Lakers plus 16.5. That has not started yet, and the Hornets plus 15.5. That has not started yet. This has been a long commercial, I will say that. Come on now. All right, so now coming back. What's up, Tyler? So what's going on, Coach? Not much, man. Hope you've been doing well. 1st and 10. Get a pro set right. Tight twin stack to the left. Under center. Play action. Booting to the left. Mayfield gets some grass. Will now throw it down to Higbee. That's for a good gain of about 8. Good, smart decision there by Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield's year has been like, yes, it's excited for this opportunity in LA to be with a great offensive line like Sean McVay. Excited for the last 4 games of the season to show teams what we can still do. But this is a guy who was on top of the world just a few years ago. The #1 overall pick. He had those Baker Mayfield commercials. He was a superstar. Now he's essentially going to be playing for a contract. He told us emotionally it's been difficult, but he believes this will be a season he will
2nd and 3. So they gave him 7 instead of 8. Atwell motions right to left. They go with a little counter action. Akers has some room outside and will pick up a gain of 5. And they're going to throw the flag. That was a late hit. Alexander was the one who gave a late push there. So you're going to tack 15 yards on top of this one.
Ended up slamming into the bench as the officials get together to talk about it.
Joe, it starts legal.
Rams are going to have to hope that they didn't add anything on their end as they had one of the linemen kind of go back at him. It was late hit. I mean, he was way out of bounds. He was on the player's tarp by the time he fully pushed right there.
right there. Now that can be a
It's
point
definitely
of
late.
I'm okay with that one. I'm all right there.
Not the quick head movement.
Packers have 6 unnecessary roughness penalties this season, tied for the most in the league, and that moves the ball down inside the 20.
Well, you saw Matt LaFleur there telling him, you know, use your head. You got to be smart. Everything was good. It was that last push once they were.
Trap Main 101. Stream Elements telling me thank you for subscribing. I didn't see it pop up, but I appreciate you. Shake and Bake, Trap Main 101. Welcome to the team. Little trips bunch to the right. Now hand off to Atwell on a jet sweep. That is well defended for a loss of about 3. Amos knifing through and taking the legs out.
Handoff to 2-2 Atwell. Well, really good job. Amos going to come here. They're trying to get Van Jefferson down to block him, but he times this so well that Jefferson.
Yeah, Van Jefferson misses the crack.
What a great job by Adrian Amos.
He just does not get there. He's got to cheat his split in or something.
The movement there by Atwell.
Now 2nd and 14.
Made the play.
Atwell not big, 5'9", 165, can fly. They want the ball in his hands. That didn't work. Now 2nd and 14.
Play action. Mayfield boots to the right. In trouble. Now checks it down to a late leaking tight end for a gain of about 6 or so. That was a good job. He was in pass protection, then leaked off, and becomes a late check down.
But the Packers play a lot of zone coverage, and so they're running these layer routes, and the receivers are continuing to stay on the move when at times Baker's expecting them to just sit it down and give him a place to go with the football, but they continue to run through these windows, and he's just not been able to get the ball down the field, and there's some holes within that intermediate area.
Trips left, single receiver tight to the right on 3rd and 7. Mayfield got a clean pocket. Oh! He tried to check it down to his back in the flat, and that should have been a pick, and it could have been a pick 6 for a long gain. Mayfield is lucky he did not just throw a costly interception there that could have went 80 yards the other way. He's got a good clean pocket. No one's really open. Probably had his receiver to the right on a curl route if he would have threw it out of his break, but
when there's contact right there by Nixon, that's when he got off of it. But Baker wanted that
4th and 7, so a 33-yard field goal attempt from right to left, and Gabe will put it in.
And this game is tied.
So Rams able to tie it at 3 apiece. So now we'll get back into the parlay, and we'll look here. Like say, still Aaron Jones is in the red, as I have to have him under 59 yards rushing. He's at 27, so that does not look good right there. A.J. Dillon, 15 yards rushing, need him over 40. Baker Mayfield, need him over 200 yards passing. He's at 46 right now, so when you're looking at both quarterbacks, because I got Aaron Rodgers over 200 yards passing, he's at 33. When you're looking at quarterbacks trying to get over 200 yards passing, ideally you would like to see them over 100. Over 100 in the first half, and right now that's not even close. Rams plus 14.5 is looking good. Cam Akers, 27 yards rushing. I need him over 40. That's looking good. Christian Watson has 0. Need him to have 25 yards receiving. And Ben Skoranek is at 0. I need him at 25 yards receiving. And Alan Lazard is at 7. I need him at 25 yards receiving. So, still a long ways to go for that one. Timberwolves, I got them on plus 13.5. They now find themselves up 5, so that's good. So those first 2 legs of that parlay looking okay.
cheeseheads everywhere, fans having fun, and we've got a tie game.
Is this thing ever going to get fixed? Like, come on,
Rams get the
man. Why
points
is it
off the
doing this to me?
takeaway on the interception. And so a 3-3 game as Green Bay is about to go back on offense. Matt Gay will kick it away, and Keyshawn Nixon waits for the pack. From the 1, Nixon is brought down. Tackle is made by Robert Rochelle, and we look at the playoff picture in the NFC. The Eagles still out in front.
Gonna turn that down, do that music. Look at the Lions right there. At 7-7, just one game, a half a game out.
Can you
really.
mute on Discord?
Oh, yeah. Let me see here. All right, so here we go.
The middle column, and a lot to be determined here down the stretch. 3 games.
Inside handoff Jones, and Jones will get a gain of about 2.
Aaron Jones on first down, he gets 2.
Well, this is the best time of year for the NFL when you get down the home stretch on who's going to end up making it, and what a weekend for the NFL. There were some amazing games on Saturday, some amazing games yesterday, and boy, it felt good to watch a lot of those.
Minnesota was down 33-0. They won in overtime 39-36. Biggest comeback in NFL history, regular or postseason.
Both backs in the backfield for the Packers. Inside handoff, A.J. Dillon. He gets a nice little cut for a gain of about 4, maybe 5.
The way that Raiders and Patriots game ended. There's the
They were talking about the comebacks in this week. Of course, the Vikings, the Jags, and the Bengals. So 3rd and 3 for the Packers. Trips to the right, twins left, empty formation. Packers showing blitz. See who comes and who don't. They will send for Rodgers right in the middle. That is a big catch there by Cobb. He was able to hold on to it as he got hit pretty good there.
Going to work with my 2 best friends, Bakhtiari and Cobb. Finds Cobb for 12.
Yeah, and you can just see the confidence when Rodgers has him targeted when he turns it loose. I mean, he just knows he's going to be where he expects him. Been playing together for a long time. And like you mentioned, I mean, he made a point of talking about that relationship with Randall Cobb and David Bakhtiari and how much he loves being able to come to work with them every day.
He said that was loud. I bet. I must have accidentally hit alt.
So that's picked up. First down at the 45, and that completion to Cobb is 27th catch of the year.
So tight end motions into a fullback. A.J. Dillon is at the running back position. A little play action fake to him. Rodgers steps up within the pocket, checks it down to A.J. He's got 10, 15, and almost a gain of 20. Good little check down there.
His longest catch and run of the year.
You see Christian Watson out here. I'm just surprised that Rodgers didn't go to him off the play action. They got to the line of scrimmage quickly, and it looked like they were going to take a shot down the field. And so I'm waiting for Watson to just puncture the middle of that defense. Instead, he hooks up, and I think Rodgers is a little disappointed in himself because I think he saw the same thing after the fact and just didn't get it out.
First down.
Rodgers fires in the middle. Wide open was Randall Cobb for a gain of about 13. Found him on a curl route right in the middle. Just a vacated spot there. They got a too high safety, but they rolled the coverage and just no one home in the middle of the field. So now 1st and 10. Another empty set here. See if Jones motions back to the backfield. He's in the slot to the right. He's going to stay out wide. Rodgers in trouble. Now runs, checks it down, but that just incomplete for Alan Lazard as it hit the dirt.
Who's out there defending down the field. He's a former interior defensive lineman.
Backed up Aaron Donald.
Now he's an outside linebacker, and they got him in coverage.
I mean, how great is that? It's almost like being an offensive guard and getting to play quarterback. I mean, all of a sudden now he's an edge rusher. Everybody's writing about him. He gets to rush the passer. Everybody sees what he does. Now he's dropping into coverage. He's 310 pounds. I mean, it's pretty incredible that he's that athletic. Here he is, and we've seen him earlier in the game.
So a 2nd and 10. Twins on each side. Rodgers checks it down to A.J. Can he get back to the line of scrimmage? He does, and somehow gets a gain of 1. That will bring up a 3rd and long and an opportunity once again for the Rams to be able to hold them and get off the field, giving them no touchdown.
Can you imagine being a calculus tutor at Brown?
I couldn't even imagine being at Brown.
Trips right, Twins left. Now A.J. Dillon motions back into the backfield. So Twins on each side. Rodgers, quick slant to Cobb. Makes the guys miss. Can he make the other one? He can't. That was Jalen Ramsey. And that will save the first down. As soon as Cobb made that first person miss, it probably would have been best to just hit it north. He tried to keep going and keeps him short. 4th and 3, and this Packers offense is staying on the field.
And for now, they will. 4th down and 3.
Second half, okay. Could always pop in that.
Lil Wayne playing for David Bakhtiari, who had an appendectomy December 2nd. They've had their own issues on their offensive.
Trips right, single receiver. Looks like it's Watson to the left. They put him at the X position a lot. So they tried to get him to go off sides. They do not. They call the timeout. Now it'll be interesting to see if they decide to kick or if they stay on offense. So they're taking a quick commercial break, 30 seconds. Packers trying to finally finish off a drive in this one, as once again this Rams defense that is pretty depleted, looking at a chance to hold the Packers to once again another field goal. Rodgers is walking back out on the field, so they are going to go for this instead of electing to kick the field goal.
Well, 4th down and 3, and they do keep the offense out there going for it here. On the year, just 6 for 21 going for it on 4th down.
31st in the NFL on 4th downs are the Packers. Trips to the right, closed on the backside. Lazard is in the slot. A.J. Dillon at back, a little inside zone. Dillon, hard run, needed 3, give him 4.
4th down and 3, and a 4-yard gain by A.J. Dillon.
And Josh Myers gets a real
Boy, a lot of wide.
Here on Greg Gaines,
That's a wide 3 technique there, and it's just a lot of space there for the ground game
Good execution up front
against this Rams defense there. Dillon's still in at back. That's good for my bet, I'll say that. Tight end wing to the left, Twins right. Little counter action, GT to the left. Dillon gets a crease, and we'll find a gain of about 6.
6-footer, 247 pounds, gets 6.
Yeah, he's done a nice job the last couple of weeks running the football as well. He's had a nice season. Like I said, being able to change it up, and you go with the big guy at 250 pounds, I know. He's pretty nifty, too, for someone that size. I sure wouldn't want to have to try to tackle him in this cold weather.
Yeah, not on a night like this, or really
any night. Yeah.
2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5. Short motion by the tight end, and inside split zone. Dillon just keeps running, and Dillon does not allow them to stop him. Touchdown, Packers. Dillon with some hard running there, finds the end zone. As now A.J. Dillon, 7 carries for 37 yards. He needs 3 more yards to pop over my 40. And if you had A.J. Dillon as the first touchdown bet, you hit.
A.J. Dillon, there's Taylor Rapp. Dillon has 40 pounds on him.
Good job by the center getting up to the second level. And then it's just a safety trying to tackle A.J. Dillon. And he did not. 11 plays, 74-yard drive, taking 6 minutes, 15 seconds off the clock. Extra point is good. Packers 10, Rams 3. So the Packers are able to finish off that drive after being successful on the 4th and 3. And now we'll see what the Rams can do on offense with 4:26 left to play in the first half. Just waiting for the commercial to come back. After that touchdown score by the Packers, we'll see what the Rams can do to answer. Good little return here for the Rams.
Time now for our drive recap, brought to you by State Farm.
Chase Bishop, coach plays moderator, says sup Tyler. All right, so can the Rams put some points up on this board to answer? Booting out to the left, checks it down to his tight end. That's actually to Skoranek for a gain of about 3.
You know, we heard Lisa talk about Baker Mayfield's journey, and me having followed him going back to when he was at the University of Oklahoma, you know, and the bravado that he had and the swagger that he had, you know, that's when he's at his best. And we saw when he came in off the bench his rookie year in Cleveland and ignited that crowd, brought him back and won. But
tight trips bunch to the right, Van Jefferson lone receiver to the left, off coverage, and they do a little end around reverse little Sally play. Old school counter. And only gets a couple.
Thursday at home over the Raiders. And it just felt like in that win against the Raiders and what all has happened this year.
So 3rd and 4. Baker Mayfield in this Rams offense desperately needs to find an answer here. Running back shifted to a sniffer. Quick throw out. That is to Atwell. Gets across the 50, and that's a first down. Good, quick, decisive throw there by Baker Mayfield. Got the ball out of his hands quick. Picks it up easy.
Like a different guy from where he was earlier in the year. That's an excellent route. Ball's behind him. If it's on the money, he's able to catch it and run. He can flat out fly. Last year, he only played 10 offensive snaps. Didn't even get targeted as a rookie. He drops the first pass he was thrown to this year, his first of his NFL career. He got banged up, and he comes back, and for the last 4 weeks or so, he's been playing.
And handoff, Akers. Akers, good downhill running. Picks up a gain of about 6. Akers, 6 carries for 33.
Obviously high expectations, second-round pick last year out of Louisville. But he has an opportunity, and I do think this staff is starting to see some things in him and really appreciating his maturation. But he's got a chance to then be a real contributor next year.
2 minutes left in the half.
So 2-minute warning. As the Rams have the ball just past midfield. Trying to find a way to answer back a little bit as they find themselves down 7. Tyler says smack that like button, everybody. Absolutely.
Just do it! Yes, you can! Make your dreams come true!
Appreciate you, Tyler. Let's see here. Alright, so Spurs still looking good for my parlay. Timberwolves are looking great. Took them plus 13.5, and they're winning by 13. Lakers have started. I've got them plus 16.5. They're down 7 early, so come on, Lakers. I was a little worried about that one, but I might not have took them. Minus 225. Worried about that one a little bit. For my football one, A.J. Dillon is about to surpass 40. That would be 1 leg down. The next closest one is Cam Akers. Need him over 40 yards rushing. Right now, only one's got 0 for me is Christian Watson, as even Ben Skoranek has 3 yards receiving.
Just 3 minutes out of shot.
All right, so here we go, 2nd and 4.
Tiger franchise record with their 13th win of the year.
Booting out to the left, in trouble, and he fumbled it. Baker Mayfield fumbles. Somehow a lineman will pick it up. Instant pressure in Baker Mayfield's face. He was loose with that football, and they're lucky that it was not a turnover, but that's going to make this a lot harder on the Rams now.
They're trying to run the play action and kick him out, but Quay Walker, he's pretty quick. He's a real athletic linebacker. He's able to beat the protection. You see the knockout there.
You've got to protect that football, Baker.
Get back on that ball.
Havenstein is the one who recovered it. The right tackle is kind of the last man standing on that offensive line with all the injuries that the Rams have undergone. And it'll bring up 3rd down. A timeout is taken. So 3rd Green Bay sack. Rams took the timeout. And so they are down to 1 with 1:48 remaining, facing a 3rd down and 13 after that play by Quay Walker, the rookie and 1st-round pick from Georgia.
So the Rams called a timeout.
They did.
That's quite an aggressive.
3rd and 13. Yeah, I'm a little shocked that the Rams called a timeout there. I thought it was the Packers. Mayfield looking. Fires down the middle of the field. Got his man, Van Jefferson, for a gain of about 15 and a 1st down. He's had some success in this game to him. See what he does here. He was the lone receiver, tight to the right. He's just going to push this to the sticks and run a deep curl. That's all it is.
Van Jefferson with his route running is able to create separation. This is really a nice job by him of planting and coming back and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. You see as Baker comes through with that. It's Kenny Clark that.
So here we go. Mayfield double clutching. Now fires in the middle of the field. He had Tutu Atwell, and he just dropped it.
On the board, the initial call was timeout by the offense. It was by Green Bay. So the Rams have 2.
What's up, Caleb?
The clock was running after that completion to Jefferson. 1:02 remain in the 1st half. And the Rams with their 2 timeouts. And here's a drop by the 2nd-year pro.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. In fact, probably not. The only guy that could have made the play.
So 2nd and 10.
And if he doesn't.
60 points allowed in the final 2 minutes of a 1st half. Most in the NFL by the Packers. It is 2nd and 10 for this Rams offense. Mayfield in trouble. Now fires, and that one's just off the mark for Atwell. It'll now be 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
Yeah, boy, Preston Smith was barreling down on him. I couldn't tell if Preston was able to get any part of Baker that affected this throw because he was close. He certainly felt him.
It's 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10, 57 seconds left to go in the 1st half.
13 in this 1st half.
And now we're going to get a stoppage of play. This might be a timeout on the Rams.
They do now have to use their 2nd timeout. 57 seconds left in the half, and Green Bay will get the ball to start the 2nd half. Don't miss the.
From here, you know, we talked about it. I was a little surprised by what we saw, Joe, that only 2 field goals have been made from 50 yards or more when the temperatures are 25 or below here at Lambeau Field in the history. So, you know, this is 4-down territory right now for the Rams. They've got to get closer if they're going to come away with any kind of points on this drive.
So 3rd and 10. Mayfield flushed out to the right, looking downfield, nothing there, incomplete.
Thrown out of bounds. Brown, the closest target. Kenny Clark had pressure to force that throw, and now 4th down and 10. And Matt Gay is coming out. Let's say it again. You just referenced it. Only 2 field goals.
This would be impressive if he can make this.
History of Lambeau Field. At 50 or more yards when the temperature's below 25. The temperature's below 25, and this is a 55-yard try by Matt.
55 from the right hash.
Hit from 56 in pregame. Can he do it?
Snap, set, kick is on its way. Does it have enough? It does. He drilled it.
That is the third field goal.
Big shot there to get some points back here late before the half. Still 46 seconds left to go for Rodgers.
And Mason Crosby as he hit.
But that is a big kick by Gay. Put it right down the middle. So like I say, we do have 46 seconds left to go in the first half as they're going to commercial break. Just want to remind everybody that we will take a break at halftime. Everybody kind of stay in the chat, hang out with us. As we've got a good game, even though it's been kind of snooze fest. Not a whole lot of offense. We do have a 4-point game, so would like to see some offense kind of get going. As long as it's not A.J. Dillon. Coach Allen says boring. You got to find a way to spin it. You got to find a way to spin it just for me to keep my sanity. Got to find a way to spin it, but yeah, it's not that good of a game. Also, it doesn't help that it's between like two teams that right now people just don't care about. Packers technically still an outside shot to make the postseason. Rams have 0%. Yeah, we have not seen the LA fans at all. We have not. All right, so now we're back.
Got a game at Miami next, and then home games against the Vikings.
No Super Bowl run, no bandwagons.
Nixon picks it off the ground, takes off.
Good return here by the Packers. He gets out to the 40. The kicker can't make the tackle. Down, pushed out of bounds at the 25 of the Rams, but there is a flag. Brutal.
Number 53. It's a 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
It's against Jonathan Garvin, the linebacker, and that will eliminate a 49-yard return by Nixon. Got a hold of Daniel Hardy. There wasn't a whole lot there. Not much there.
Big call to take away that big gain.
Instead of starting at the Rams 47, that hold there around the right shoulder by Garvin brings the ball back to the Green Bay 13. 37 seconds left in the half.
So 1st and 10 for the Packers all the way back, like say to the 13, and they hand it off to Jones. Breaks a few tackles, picks up a gain of 6. That's not good. Jones now up to 35.
Continues to run, 6-yard gain.
I would say Packers should just end the clock because I guarantee you that they're just going to run another draw play. And Jones will pick up good yardage.
Second down and 4.
No, he will throw. He throws it to Jones. Gets to the 20, 25, 30. Cuts loose, 40. Pushed out of bounds, close to the 45. There is 7 seconds left to go, so that's not what the Rams needed. Packers still with enough time to be able to maybe make one quick throw to put Rodgers in a position to throw one deep. Maybe one quick deep throw to have an outside chance for a field goal.
Nice play out of it. 7 seconds here.
And the one timeout.
And I think that's what Rodgers is telling him. If he's able to get this out quick and he hits somebody, if they don't have clean grass in front of them, get down and give themselves another play.
Well, the timeout is taken by the Rams on defense. And so we'll have to wait for this 1st and 10 plays. We'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and a good first half on this chilly night here at Lambeau.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think both quarterbacks are handling.
Is LeBron James not playing tonight? My goodness.
Neither one are wearing gloves. Some quarterbacks do when the weather gets this cold.
I mean, you're not even wearing a glove on your right hand.
Not on my right hand, no. That's my pen. That's my pen.
That's the telestrator hand.
That's right.
I've screwed
You
up.
can't wear a glove working that telestrator.
No. But Rodgers, of course, the thing that he has an advantage over, as all these Packer players do, it's not that they like playing in the cold. It's just that they have a better idea of what they need to wear in order to stay warm and still function.
All right, so on 1st and 10, Rodgers double clutches, throws in the middle. That's incomplete. Now 3 seconds left to go.
3 seconds remain. Rodgers has a plan.
Yes, he usually does.
Yep. LeBron James and Russell Westbrook not playing, so I wasted money on that parlay bet.
At the end of games, the old Hail Mary.
Yeah, be careful if you start laddering the football.
Yes.
Just saying.
Dillon flips over to the right. Rodgers, he's going to take a chance for the end zone here. Does he get some time?
Trying to unload it and just can't set up.
He just needs to throw this one away. And he finally goes down. Rodgers not happy. So that's how the first half is going to end, guys. I'm going to take a break. I will see you guys for the second half.
Hey, Jack, can you hear me?
Oh, snap. Love you guys. Run the like stuff for my guy.
Subscribe, like, and follow the GOAT, the coach plays while he's at halftime.
You get me. I know you can't see me, but listen, okay? All I need you to do is hit subscribe on the YouTube channel, like the video, and comment and tell the coach plays how much of the GOAT he is. I'm here if you need me, chat.
All right, guys, we're back and starting the second half now.
Moments ago, Lisa had this visit.
Matt, it's been 11 games since you scored a touchdown on the first possession of the second, your first possession of the second half. How do you change that tonight with this opening possession?
Well, I think we got to continue to take what they're giving us. They're playing pretty soft. I think we're doing a good job in our run game, getting downhill runs, and then ultimately you got to convert on third down. And I think if there's an area we can do a better job on both sides of the ball, it's on third down.
Averaging 5.5 yards a carry. How much do you just ride the ground game in this second half, especially with the weather?
Yeah, no, I think that's something that is a point of emphasis for us, and our guys are doing a good job getting some movement up front. Our backs are running hard.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Guys.
Nice of Matt to do that. A loss of 1 on that carry by Aaron Jones, as the tackle was made by a combo of Wagner and Gaines. Second down and 11.
Yeah, and another guy, Bobby Brown, young player, getting a chance to show what he can do. They're pretty thin there along that defensive front, so had some practice squad activations for this ball game and getting a lot of these young guys an opportunity.
Out of the shotgun, Rodgers has to pull it down, and he's sacked.
Rodgers goes down.
A flag is down in the secondary, however, as Williams and Hoyt combine on the sack. We'll see if it holds up. As of the moment, a loss of 6. Actually, 2 flags in the secondary.
3. There were 2 fouls, both by the defense on the play. Holding, number 53, this penalty is declined. Holding, number 14, this 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot with an automatic first down.
It's Kobe Durant, the rookie corner, 4th-round pick.
So holding on the defense.
And I think that's the one that I saw. Yeah.
See what we get here. He tries to go to Cobb, just kind of hold his hands a little bit there.
Randall's trying to come out. That's where Rodgers was going with the football, when he had to then kind of pull it down, and then the pass rush got to him, but they got Kobe Durant with the hold.
So it's 1st and 10 instead of 3rd and 17. 2 holds on that play. The ball out across the 35.
Inside handoff, Jones, and going backwards, nothing there.
Tried it twice. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all.
This defensive front did a really nice job, especially late in that game in the win against the Raiders, and that was Greg Gaines holding things up. And boy, I really like what he's able to do. And I know in visiting with
he was
Aaron
talking to the
Rodgers,
chat.
I didn't know that Aaron Rodgers works out with Greg Gaines.
Says, we back.
And they're in Westlake, California. So you guys
2nd and 10 for Rodgers.
They had a little laugh when Gaines got the sack at the end of the first half.
And throw underneath. That is Dobbs for a gain of about 11 and a first down. I mean, I don't think my parlay has a chance to hit simply because of Baker Mayfield and doing that stuff. Just do it, Shia LaBeouf.
Goes to the ground. Looks like, this field, as we've seen over the years, Joe, especially when these temperatures get to where they are tonight, it gets pretty.
But I could definitely use him to throw to Alan Lazard a little bit.
Do something and come out of with a cut, but nevertheless, pretty good completion for a first down.
Play action again, quick throw, and this one is Christian Watson for a gain of 10.
First catch. He got 9.5. And they move it up about half a yard, and they give him 10 for a first down.
Well, you can tell that for his first career pass, week 1, to be a drop on what would have been a house call, and then he missed some time with a hamstring injury. A little banged up coming into the year. after he had surgery after OTAs, but you can see the confidence that he is gaining from his quarterback.
Handoff, A.J. Dillon, and he's going to get a loss of 1, but there is a flag.
On this play.
There is no foul on the play. It's second down.
So Wagner gets the tackle.
So got some weather coming down. Looks like kind of a mixture between some snow and some rain maybe. Quick throw to the outside, A.J. Dillon, and finally pushed out of bounds. I need this Rams defense to force them to another field goal attempt.
And it all kind of came together for him week 10 here at Lambeau against the Cowboys. He had 3 touchdown receptions in that game. I was watching it live at the time, and not knowing all of the struggles that he had had up to that point, you'd never have known he had had any. He was counting his touchdowns in the end zone. He was a pretty confident guy. But even Rodgers said that after that game is when you could really tell he was starting to believe more and more in himself. Had a lot to overcome with some of the drops early in the year.
Rodgers fires middle of the field, and that one is caught by Christian Watson. Close down to the 10.
It's a good job by Watson because he comes out of this break. He's under control. The ball's a little
I clearly should have picked Christian Watson instead of Alan Lazard, that's for sure.
You know, rather than overrun that throw, he just throttles it down, protects the ball, and keeps him between the ball and the defender. And you can see that, you know, you make those kinds of plays, and he's been making them. And when you score the touchdowns that he's been able to, it's a real bright spot for this offense going forward. There's no doubt.
Play action and throws it to Jones, and that gets no gain.
And it's Wagner. Bobby Wagner has been so good for so long, a long-time Seattle Seahawk. And Raheem Morris told us he doesn't even want to take plays off in practice, let alone taking any time off with these games, despite the record of 4-9.
No, and that's why when you say give Sean McVay credit, and I agree, give the head coach all the credit in the world, but when you have leaders that are all pro players like Bobby Wagner that have every excuse and every reason not to be out there playing, and yet they're the ones out there not missing any snaps, and they're leading the way.
Quick throw to the outside, Aaron Jones, and good hit, so that will bring up now 3rd and 5. Rams with an opportunity to hold them to a field goal.
Rodgers with 4 completions on this possession of 10 or more yards, so starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm and working Christian Watson into the mix as well. It's 3rd down and 6.
Well, Lisa Salters talked to Matt LaFleur about not scoring a touchdown here to open up this second half. They might just do it.
Right now, 3rd and 6 is in their way.
Empty formation on 3rd and 6. Rams wanted a false start, didn't get it. Rodgers looking, in trouble, now flushed out to the right, extending this play. Fires to the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Randall Cobb. It'll bring up 4th and 6, but there is a flag.
And the Packers believe this is against LA.
This is going to be a big break for the Packers.
Sean Hockley is the referee. He's been busy tonight. And everybody waiting on the announcement from Hockley. Here it is.
Before the quarterback left the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 5. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Automatic first down.
First down.
They're going to get Jalen Ramsey for the illegal contact. As we take another look at it, an up and down year for number 5.
Yeah, he pushes him out of bounds a little bit, but man, it's, I don't know.
It has been a tough year for Jalen Ramsey on his standards. He's given up some big plays. Gave up a couple big plays.
So now 1st and goal for the Packers at the 5.
There's been other weeks where he's given up.
That's a huge loss for this Rams defense. Handoff, Dillon. Dillon will get stopped at the 2, but make it the 1.
Jalen Ramsey at 2:08 stopped A.J. Dillon right in his tracks.
See if they can stop him 2 more times, maybe 3 more times. You might not want to say a whole lot right now.
Here he is. He fills the hole right there. That's a great job. We see it virtually every week that there's a lot of guys in this league, a lot of corners in this league would turn that one down.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
A.J. Dillon again, and he is in.
For the touchdown. 2nd of the night for A.J. Dillon.
I got to have this Rams offense find a way to answer.
Good job up front by the offensive line, and again, 250 pounds. This time it's Troy Hill, who's trying to come up at 180 pounds. He's outweighed by 70 pounds, and he's doing what he can. Just not enough.
Crosby knocks it through. And this is a 17-6 game.
So the Packers extend the lead 17-6 now. They have an 11-point lead. Hush. Little fake reverse here on the kick return. He's able to make a stiff, but he just does all that work to get back to the 25. 5. We'll put that back in. What's up, Caffeine and Consoles? So the man is at it again. Absolutely, Caffeine. Appreciate you for stopping by. Hope you've been doing well. Hope you and your family are gearing up to have a great Christmas, my man. And a Happy New Year.
Thought they could have the ball for another 3 hours and wouldn't do anything, and then with a few minutes left, they.
So can the Rams find a way to answer on this drive? They need some big plays. Hands off Akers, and that is a loss of about 2. Right now, this Rams offense does not have any momentum.
We've seen much of, and Quay Walker, he recognizes it and hits it immediately. They've been kind of waiting, and then guys have gotten up on him. They've had a hard time getting off blocks, especially Quay Walker, the rookie. You know, he's a really athletic guy, and if you
2nd and 12.
he's able to do a lot of things. He's got a lot of talent, but boy, if he starts playing like that, where he sees it and hits it, he's going to do a lot of good things for this defense.
And a little in-round reverse, and not a bad job there. Little classic Sally play once again.
That's exactly what LaFleur said. I want us to be aggressive on defense.
3rd and 3. Rams got to get a conversion here.
I'm tired of watching us be too passive, and that's the play that Quay Walker just made at the start of this possession.
And they are calling holding.
They already
Wow.
picked it up, and the call is a hold against the Rams on that carry by Brandon Powell. And so the 9-yard pickup
take that away, and it's now 2nd and long.
And that's going to move the ball back to the 14-yard line. And it's 2nd and forever. And it's Skura.
Yeah, he got the hold.
Skura right there, guilty of the hold on Jaron Reed.
Well, I know Matt LaFleur, to follow up on what you said, Joe, he's been talking about that for a few years, about challenging receivers, being more physical in the run game, and they've been a lot more physical.
2nd and 22, inside handoff. Akers.
2nd and 22. And
Give him about 5. Boy, that is just really not even trying there.
And it's 3rd down and long.
That's really good up front by Jaron Reed, because he's able to work through 2 blockers. They're trying to double team on him. You see the center and guard. They work to him as then Allen moves up to, they've got
Quad set to the right.
up to the next level, but he fights through it.
Mayfield just kind of checks it down to Akers, and he'll get a gain of about 6, but they have to punt.
Up first down yardage, a gain of 7 as Rasul Douglas makes that play.
Oh, brother. And now none of my bets are looking good.
Down here, they're just trying to play the field position game, so not much there offensively, and trying to create some offense any way they can. This has been a real struggle tonight.
3rd punt of the game for Riley Dixon, with Keyshawn Nixon waiting. High snap.
And that one almost snapped over his head.
And then he hits a line drive on a hop. Nixon.
He's got a little bit of grass here, and he'll get back to midfield.
And a flag comes flying on that play. And it looks like a face mask is the call against the Rams. That's the indication here early.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 21. This 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's 1st down, timeout.
So the penalty tacks on 15 on a face mask call against Russ Yeast. 7th round pick from Kansas State. 18-yard.
So, not looking good for the Rams right now as they go to a commercial break.
with the penalty.
All right, we're
after
back
the
now.
return. It's a net of 9 yards of field position by the Rams on the punt. Here's Jones. And Aaron Jones knocked down by Nick Scott. Close to first down yardage, and he got 10. And a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty good hole for Aaron Jones. Those are nice to see when you're a running back and they open up and there's not a whole lot of people there.
Now they moved it back. First they said move the chains, and then they moved it back, so they have to wait for the chains to come back to where they originally were.
They went Lee Corso on them. Not so fast.
Not so fast.
Tosses it to the outside, Aaron Jones, and he'll get a gain of 1 and a first down.
As Aaron Jones is forced out by Wagner.
I think this offensive line, we've spent some time talking about all the changes that have occurred and all the starters they've had for the Rams. The Packers, they've had their share of shuffling as well. And of course, you mentioned it earlier with Zach Tom, the rookie, filling in for David Bakhtiari there at the left tackle position. But they've had some changes, and they've gotten better as this season has gone along. I thought they came off one of their better games against Chicago, and they've been able to run the football pretty well in this game tonight.
Another handoff, this time Jones
Carry here by Aaron
for 4.
Jones gets 3. Zach Tom's a pretty cool story. He's a 4th-round pick from Wake Forest, was running a lot of scout team center. And they trained him all over the offensive line. He's made a start at guard, and he's making his 3rd start at left tackle.
Yeah, no, and then when Bakhtiari comes back, and to be able to have a guy like him who can play those positions, of course it's valuable now that he's been having to be relied on at that left tackle position, and to step in the way that he has as a rookie. There's Bakhtiari, and he was playing great football at the time he went down. But Zach Tom, he's got a really bright future wherever he might end up.
Booting out to the right is Aaron Rodgers. Now throws it back, wide open, tight end. Down inside the 10, Mercedes Lewis. Wow, I cannot believe he's still playing.
And just his 4th catch of the year.
Well, Mercedes Lewis is essentially a 6th offensive lineman. And he comes off, and he thinks the ball's going to be gone. I mean, he's down blocking, and he's thinking he's kind of out of it. Then wait a minute. Here, Rodgers is looking for someone to throw the football to, and that's why Rodgers is smiling at him. He doesn't get very many opportunities to get his hands on the ball.
8 different receiver that Rodgers has found. 1st and goal.
Play action. And just dirts it.
The closest one to it. Mercedes Lewis really came into this league as more of a receiving tight end and has developed into one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. And these fans did not like the fact that Aaron Rodgers ended that play on the ground.
No, his linemen didn't either, and they did what you're supposed to do. When they took him down at the end of that, you're going to see, I didn't see exactly who came over, but the linemen, they were not pleased with Jonah Williams, 92.
He had completed 7 straight prior to that. 2nd down and goal.
Tosses it out there to Aaron Jones, and he is in. Touchdown.
Touchdown. And we'll make sure he was in. Aaron Jones with his 5th touchdown catch of the year.
Well, nice job out here, Christian Watson. And when Aaron Jones goes in motion and he gets this swing pass, he helps the block. He stays like he's going to go to the outside.
Oh, this sucks.
Stretches it out and then puts his foot in the ground and goes underneath the block. Really good work.
Packers open the 2nd half with 2 touchdown drives. And this is a 24-6 game.
Golly, man. Not good. Not good at all. 24-6, Green Bay Packers. All right, so Rams getting ready to take back over. I need them to show a pulse. I will say that. Booting out to the right, checks it back down to Cam Akers, gets to the 30, 40, and gets close to about the 50. And a flag. Jeez, dude.
Right now, it's an 18-yard catch and run by Akers.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist. Defense number 23.
Defense.
This 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
Calls against Jair Alexander, so that adds 15 more yards. And just like that, the Rams are in good position here as they trail by 18.
Well, here's a look at it. Couldn't tell. Looked like Atwell might have pushed him in the back as far as why he was going to the ground.
Troy, that's what I saw from the first line feed there. It appeared as if he was pushed in the side and the back, which took him low.
That 18-yard catch and run by Akers, longest play of the night for the Rams, and now Cam Akers carries up the middle and gets 8. So 18 yards plus the 15 yards on the penalty, and that already now the ball's down inside the 30 with 1:49 and counting left in the third quarter.
We'll see Cam Akers carry the ball. He's had an interesting season as well. Guy came off the Achilles injury last year, and there was a time where we thought he was done. We wouldn't see him again as a Ram.
Here's Akers with a first.
Akers with a crease, and he will get tackled inside the 10.
And what an answer by the Rams. A 19-yard carry by Cam Akers. That's his long for the year.
Yeah, really nice job up front on the double team, and then Skoranek. And we highlighted him coming into this game and what he does in the run game. He makes a nice play.
Quick handoff again. Akers only gets a gain of about 2.
Yeah, he was in the doghouse. He wanted out. He missed a couple of games. That was around the trade deadline and the bye for the Rams. And then he doesn't go anywhere. They end up releasing Darrell Henderson. And Akers takes over as the main back. And Kyron Williams, a rookie from Notre Dame, is his main backup. And Akers has been getting on a bit of a roll here over the last few games.
Yes, he has.
Second down and goal. 2-2 Atwell in the backfield. Mayfield.
Throws in the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Atwell.
Amos was back there defending. And one of the Green Bay defenders underneath looked like they had a shot at that throw.
Well, it's the right idea. He's going to come around, but if he waits till he passes Quay Walker, you'll see that if Baker had held the ball and waited till he got to here, maybe he's able to fit it in there with Atwell being able to go at a nice angle, but he just didn't hold it enough. Of course, throws behind him as well.
To bring up third down and goal. And before the snap, a timeout is taken by the Rams.
So Rams will use their first timeout.
Third down and goal.
And that will get us to a commercial break. Rams, 3rd and goal, trying to find a way to answer. All right, so we're back.
The red zone. 182 consecutive attempts. But this is a 4-9 team led by Sean McVay.
3rd and goal
against his good friend Matt LaFleur.
for the Rams.
Packers having all the
Yes, they are, Coach Allen, unfortunately. That betting account keeps going down. And that is a touchdown to Tyler Higbee.
and his first of the year.
And I would expect the Rams to go for 2 here, right? Come on, better go for 2. Make it a 10-point game and help out my bet. They're going to kick a extra point. Dadgummit. So that makes it, and he missed it. That's what you get. Go for 2, make it a 10-point game. I literally have the Rams plus 10.5. Then he missed the extra point. Like, that's so stupid. Oh my gosh. Streaming games like this suck. So the Packers 24, Rams do climb into the lead a little bit, 12. As they miss the extra point, they find themselves down 12 with 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Packers ends up with a big return. And Packers are jumping and hollering on the sideline. The Rams just have no... Oh, the kicker is a little heated there. What's up, Walter?
Well, it's a good start by Nixon. He starts up that left side as though it's going to be a straight-up return, and then he busts it to the right side. So he got everybody sucked in.
Oh, big hit by the kicker. I'll say that.
He's able to break contain out to the right. I think Gay's right there. And
Coach Allen says Walter Wilson, my guy.
Kickers are all right when they go to the ground, having to make a tackle to save a touchdown.
But that's a 52-yard return, one off the season high for Keyshawn Nixon. Aaron Rodgers was quoted this week saying, I used to say, just take a knee in the end zone before Nixon took over. And now he's told Nixon, if you have a chance to return it, go. And it pays off here. Here's Dillon, who's hit the backfield by Gaines. And then brought down by Bobby Brown.
Hey, Coach Allen.
And that is how the third quarter
Dudley has never done this before.
4 on that carry by A.J. Dillon.
But this hoodie right here,
Fourth quarter on
get
deck.
Damn.
24-12 game here in Green Bay.
Just put a good little hole in it, right by the hood. Or right by the
12 irresistible subs.
hit right there. I gotta mute that. Dadgummit. All because he wanted the tag. Damn it. Our town indeed. Oh man. Bad boy. Oh gosh. A.J. Dillon going in the injury tent.
They check on him. Aaron Jones comes in on 2nd down and 14. Great gains made that last play. And Bobby Brown finished up.
So Packers take over at their own 49.
Fourth quarter begins with this.
Rodgers throws one deep, and it should have been intercepted, but incomplete, but there is a flag.
Leonard Floyd had pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
And I think they're getting pass interference on the Rams.
The initial indication is against the Rams.
Yeah, should Packers score in this drive, we may not make it to the end of this game.
The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
It's against Troy Hill.
You see it coming up right here.
Yeah, he tugged him right there.
Where they got him pulling on him. You see right there in the left hand. He's grabbing on his shoulder and then or down on his waist. Here's at the end of that play. And Rodgers, yeah,
Rodgers took a big hit.
And Leonard Floyd did a heck of a job with an inside rush. They tried to not max protect him, they tried to keep extra blockers in and help out, but Floyd was able to fight through it and still get the hit. Big penalty there on Troy Hill.
Yeah, that is the third costly penalty against the Rams defense in this second half. First down.
Inside handoff. Jones bounces to the outside, and he cannot break loose of Jalen Ramsey.
And he throws him down. No gain on the play, and Jalen Ramsey made that stop.
Yeah, I will say, Joe, that this game, it began early in the third quarter. It's gotten really chippy out here between these two teams. A lot of back and forth going on, a lot of extracurricular activity going on during some commercial breaks, and Ramsey still upset, of course, by the penalty on him that was in the end zone.
5 tackles in this game for Ramsey. 2nd and 10.
Quick throw. That one's caught by Cobb. The ball did come loose, but they're going to say down.
Cobb was down near the 28, tackled by Russ Yeast. And now they're going to say incomplete.
They're going to say incomplete now that he did not survive the
Let's
ground.
take a look and see if Cobb actually made this catch. You saw one of the officials come in and signal incomplete.
Looked like a catch to me.
Yeah. And the conversation
on the
continues.
field is an incomplete pass. It's third down.
By the way,
Yeah, he's on
this
a
is
body.
going to be a fumble.
Kobe Durant pulls it out. He's
Now, the
not
Packers
down.
did get the recovery, but they got it further back.
Right, John, if they can establish that it's a catch and then a recovery, who recovers it here?
Packers.
He definitely controls this football. Takes 2 or 3 steps, protects himself.
Yeah. Zach
Tom
Tom
ball away.
Well, Zach Tom comes in and recovers there. I was going to say, if there was a clear recovery by the Rams, a chance they could get the ball.
So it's an incomplete pass.
So they just
and
called
it's
it an
third down
incomplete
and 10.
pass.
Packers hurry to the line. Snap it quick.
Rodgers in trouble, and Rodgers will go down, and that's going to take him out of field goal position.
This Rams defense.
So the Rams will get a quick punt.
The big
And that's a
kick
big stand there
return
by
is
the
going to lead
defense.
to nothing for Green Bay as the punt team comes out.
Well, Josh Nijman, he's out there on an island all by himself trying to block Leonard Floyd, and just no contest. Leonard Floyd's been all over the place, and coming into this game, I've been real impressed with what I've seen of him, and he has definitely found a home with the Los Angeles Rams. What he's been able to do since he arrived back in 2020 has been impressive. 20 sacks his first 2 seasons combined. Doing a good job again this year on a down season.
O'Donnell trying to pin the Rams deep. Here's Powell on the return. Able to get a little breathing room as he's forced out by Tyler Davis. 36-yard punt and the return of 8 yards. Rams get it right back. Good job by that LA defense.
Have to mute that, and Rams will have a chance. How often are you streaming? Some weeks can be different, caffeine, but I kind of stream. A lot of times we'll stream Monday Night Football, maybe Sunday Night Football, and Thursday Night Football. We stream probably once a week, anywhere to 1 to 3 times a week, I would say. And then I'm posting a lot of video content. I tell you what, Caffeine, you've had a lot of great success on this. I know your channel kind of blew up around it. What sucks for me, I cannot get anywhere with YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts absolutely hates me. I'll post a video, it gets 8 views. I'll give that video to my brother. He'll post it and get 2.5K views in an hour. YouTube Shorts has just not been kind to Coach Plays. But yeah, we stream probably 1 to 3 a week. Yeah, it is. I 100% just feel like it's just, for some reason, there's like a block right there, Caffeine. It's tough because you hear a lot of people like, man, you got to get on YouTube Shorts. That's where it's at. That's where the opportunity is. And it's just like, I don't see it. So, yeah. You still been streaming, Caffeine? I feel like I haven't seen you go live in a while. Maybe just YouTube might not be doing good at the notifications for me. Yeah, I have a hate relationship with Shorts. Oh, you stopped for a bit? Okay, I was wondering because I haven't gotten the updates in a minute. Just kind of doing the videos. Yeah, I've been kind of focusing on just like video content and stuff too as well. Trying to lean into rebrand and get back into the swing of things. I hear you. Well, I like the new name. New name for the channel. I like the caffeine and consoles. That kind of goes well together. I'll have to check. I haven't been able to look at some of your latest videos, so I'll check that back out. I'm looking at it right now. I always love the thumbnails. You do a great job with that. But I see what you're doing here. You got the coffee and the thumbnails with the consoles. I like that, man. I like that a lot. But yeah, shorts just has not been for me as right now.
Well, this is about that time of the game when we see whether or not Baker can get something going. It was a nice drive on the previous possession that they had, being able to go the distance and punch it in with the touchdown throw to Tyler Higbee.
Dang, you had a 47K 4 weeks ago. That's awesome. 2nd and 10. Get a pro set to the left, twins right. Mayfield under center, play action, booting out to the left, in trouble, and he goes down for a loss of 4. It's just nothing going there. Nothing going there at all.
Wow. Wouldn't advise this. See Baker Mayfield come out on the bootleg and doesn't see anything down the field, and it takes a big hit.
So now 3rd and 13 after a big stop. Rams in danger of just a 3 and out. And this goes right to a Packer. Intercepted. Oh, and he tries to lateral it. It somehow gets back to a Packer. And he'll go all the way back to the 35, but just Mayfield tried to put enough on it, but he was getting hit as he was throwing. Not good. I don't know, Coach Allen. He said, "What is up with the laterals? These people are idiots." I don't know, man. You think people would learn from watching yesterday. Just be happy with your pick. He got turned around about 3 times and then just chucked it back. Jeez, what are you doing?
We've seen enough of laterals for 1 week. Amos was there and ended up coming up with the football.
Mayfield just trying to do too much.
I don't know what these guys are thinking sometimes.
This is the 3rd straight drive that the Packers are starting inside Rams territory. And Kenny Clark made that play happen.
He sure did. He's been involved in a few plays tonight.
Rodgers hands off Jones, tries to get to the outside. We'll get a gain of a couple.
On 1st down, and Aaron gets 3. Let's check in with Lisa.
Joe, A.J. Dillon was in the medical tent and just went back to the Packers locker room with the Red Hat, the unaffiliated neuroconsultant, which lets us know that he's being evaluated for a potential concussion. As soon as I have an update for you, I'll let you know.
All right, Lisa, thank you. Right now they've got Aaron Jones and then Patrick Taylor, who they brought up from the practice squad for Matt LaFleur. 44-18 as head coach of the Green Bay Packers and the #1 seed in the playoff picture in the NFC the last 2 years. Trying to stay alive.
And there goes Jones for a gain. There is a flag on the play. Still pushing forward. And Jalen Ramsey comes up with that football to the 30. They did not blow the whistle. Now we're going to get a late hit on a Ram. I thought that they should have blown the whistle for forward momentum stopped, and somehow Jalen Ramsey stripped it away. Wow.
Early flag, and it looks like that was against Green Bay. And then that play just continued, and eventually Ramsey ends up with a football in his arms, out of the arms of Aaron Jones.
So they're trying to sort this out and make a determination. It looked like they're going to get the flag at least. Initially looked to be a hold on the Rams.
Oh, if this is a hold on the Rams.
Sorry,
okay.
There are 2 sets of flags.
No, he's not, Hallen. No, he's not.
Aaron Jones walks back to the sideline with his head down.
Nope.
He just turned it over. Let's
hey,
imagine
you could be.
Ruling on the field is a change of possession. The Rams recovered the ball. It will be their ball. Before the change of possession.
Hall of Fame member in the house, Shay Flat.
We're not worthy. The show goes on.
Show goes on.
It's 1st down, Los Angeles.
Coach Allen says Hall of Fame gang.
Get the takeaway. The face mask call against Yosh Nijman, the right tackle. And then the personal foul at the end of the play cost the Rams 15 yards of field position.
Well, I cannot believe they did not stop the forward momentum, and somehow Ramsey just stripped that ball out and ended up with it.
Going to do.
But the ball comes out. There were no
Wow.
whistles.
So the Rams take back over. The Rams bet is still alive. What a play indeed. One-star coordinators, we are starting from the true bottom. That's what I heard. Howland at UTEP. And you at Northern Illinois or something like that?
Northern Illinois.
There he is. Northern Illinois. Are y'all really already on week 12? Coach Flatt's got to get in bed. He's got work tomorrow. He's got to get in bed. No, he's not sick. He was perfectly fine today. Not sick at all. He's good. Come on, Lakers. Get your head out of here. Guess the Lakers are just going to mail it in already early in this year, as not only is Davis is out, but LeBron and Westbrook are out, and I did not know that. Hornets are doing well with my plus 15.5. It's literally going to come down to the Lakers. Plus 16.5, and right now they are currently losing by 22. Joke. Delete that link. I've got a road to glory to win. Fortunately for Colt, I have a natty to win tomorrow. There you go. That's true. You got a natty to win tomorrow. Or to lose tomorrow. Stream Elements. Twitch is trash. Yeah, what's up, Gist? I remember you. Hope you've been doing well. Appreciate you stopping by. Twitch is trash. I never thought I would hear those words out of Howland. Stop! No, we're not leaving yet, buddy.
From Aaron Jones, then the personal foul against Greg Gaines. Moves the ball back to the 15, but the Rams take over. 12.
All right, play action fake. Sets it up to Powell. He'll get a gain of about 5 or so.
End of that play and the call made against 91 Greg Gaines.
Yeah, right at the end of this play, you'll see him come in. Takes Lazard down. He was pleading his case over there on the side here. He was pleading his case in between coming out of break.
Yeah, it might be just, but at least they got the Super Bowl.
Let the Rams hang around. Their last 2 drives started at the Rams.
It would all be worth it
That possession went a total of 5 yards.
for the Super Bowl, that's for sure.
And they turn it over. And on this weekend and now Monday of some crazy football.
So 2nd and 6.
This one gonna end. Play clock
And
was expiring and
timeout Rams once again. That has happened way too many times today.
the Vikings.
Let's hear what Peyton has to say right now.
There's no way Baker even knows what that word is in the Rams system, right? There's no way they've gotten there, but it's a good word to have in your offense, right? You have a shift in a motion. There's 7 seconds on the clock. Scratch it, scratch it, scratch it. Everybody gets lined up in their final position. Set hut, automatic first sound. So they'll get that in next week, I think.
He's talking about the growth of Mayfield in the offense. Still got a lot to get the terminology down. 2nd and 6. Play action fake. Mayfield's going to unload, take a shot deep. He's got a man, but it's underthrown. And there's the pass interference that you see so many times. And as an offensive guy, I absolutely hates it. Because if that was the Titans, I'd be extremely pissed that it's a pass interference on the defense because the ball was so underthrown that the receiver tried to come back and went right into the defender. That's tough.
It's a really nice job by Atwell coming back and trying to make a play on the ball. Looked like he might have acted a little bit to make sure that the call got made, but a really good double move. Baker just couldn't get the ball out there far enough. Atwell had Amos just dead to rights.
All right, come on, Rams.
But trying to get the ball out there this far with a guy with that kind of speed and in this kind of weather just was too much. But they get the penalty nevertheless, and just a good job by
1st and 10.
Atwell making that happen.
That's a 40-yard penalty against the Packers defense, and Adrian
Play action, and Mayfield goes down.
Preston Smith gets to Baker Mayfield, another sack.
No time there.
Sack number 5 on the night for Green Bay.
And they're going to give him a little bit of help to the outside. You're keeping him in here, Higbee, and he gets beat inside. They've got Skoranek out there to kind of help, so just don't get beat inside, but yet Preston Smith is able to do that. It's a direct shot then on Baker Mayfield.
5-sack night for the Green Bay Packers defense. They came in with 24, 4th fewest in the league. Play clock was down to 2.
Play action. Sets up a wide receiver screen, and that one's too hot off the hands of Powell. Mayfield's got to take some off of that one.
Bring up 3rd down and 16. Matthew Stafford on IR with a spinal cord contusion. John Wolford, his backup, injured with a
So 3rd and 16. Rams right here just need to try to get half of this to create a chance to go for it on 4th. Yeah, very soft on the outside. I would throw a quick out, but he doesn't. And Mayfield now flushed out to the left, and he'll just tuck and run, but he runs out of bounds 1 yard down the field. There is a flag. We'll see. And it's going to be a holding.
Offense number 79. This
Penalties decline. 4th and 15.
Brings up 4th down. The punt team comes on for LA.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's Rob Havenstein. He's the one guy who's been out there every week. He's made every start. He gets out of position. Kenny Clark coming underneath. Easy call.
Four called penalties on the offensive line for the Rams in the game, and the punt by Dixon with Randall Cobb waiting deep.
So they get the punt off.
Fair catch.
It's going to be fair caught at the 14.
Packers get it back.
So that will take us to another commercial break. Little Wayne up next, Coach Allen says. Okay. wait until the end of the game. All right, so we're back.
Here's a toss to Jones.
Toss it outside to Jones. He'll pick up a gain about 9.
And a gain of 9. Here's the AFC play.
For your Madden team. I don't know what you're talking about, Just. Can you name me a running back for my Madden team? Spencer Barnett, our latest and newest team member. What's up, Spencer? I hear you, Spencer. Appreciate you. Team member in the house with Spencer Barnett.
The darlings of the NFL, a 1-6 start. They've won 6 of 7.
Inside handoff.
Here's a handoff to Patrick
Taylor. It's a gain of about 4 or 5. You haven't missed a whole lot, Spencer Barnett. It's kind of been a slow, not a whole lot of exciting part of this game.
The job that Joe Burrow has been doing throwing the football. He's been hot. Be a lot of fun.
See the Jaguars there on the far side. They are playing great football. You talked about Trevor Lawrence. Last 6 games, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception. And if they win out, they have a date with Tennessee at the end of the season at home. They can win that division.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
And as everybody was getting to the line, a timeout taken by the Packers. How about the Bengals yesterday and what they were able to do falling into that hole?
I'm going to mute that just for a minute.
Has gotten hot and looking like a team that last year represented the AFC in the Super Bowl.
First down for Green Bay here with under 7.5 to go. 12-point lead. This half they've gone touchdown, touchdown, then a punt, and then a fumble.
Play action. Rodgers right down the middle of the field, wide open. That is Dobbs again, who's had himself a nice night.
Taylor Rapp brings him down, but a 23-yard completion. And Aaron Rodgers has gone from that exasperated, frustrated look to smiling on his way down the field.
Well, you're going to see they motion Christian Watson here, and it widens him, and it allows that open
Cowboys goofed and Bengals get Brady. Yes, go Cincy. Yeah, Cowboys goofed pretty bad. That's for sure. And yeah, Bengals are playing some good football right now.
That's a little different look on the face of Aaron Rodgers.
Romeo Dobbs, 4 catches, 55 yards. Handoff Taylor. Taylor, good run there for 6. As they are milking this clock now.
He's a quarterback that at times will wear his frustration with young receivers, not just on his sleeve, but all over his face.
Hey, there are receivers that played with me that are kind of thinking the same thing. So I'm not going to say a whole lot, but I do know that he demands a lot, and most of the great quarterbacks, when you look around the league, they do. You don't think Tom Brady does with the young receivers that he's played with, but the difference this year is they've had to rely on these guys. It seems like other young receivers who have come in, they've had other players, and they didn't have to step right in right away.
Here's Taylor again. Had that 5-yard carry.
Taylor, good hard running. We'll bring up about 3rd and 1.
Yeah, he's been able to. If he doesn't have trust in somebody, he can go away from that guy, let him try to figure it out, and find in years past Devontae Adams or Jordy Nelson or whoever was on the outside for him. But now he's got these young guys. They released Sammy Watkins today. So they've got the veteran Cobb, the veteran Alan Lazard, but they're relying on
Go with
Watson
Justin.
and Dobbs.
I don't know who you're talking about, Jis. Justin or Jamar. Pick a name for my running back. Go Jamar. Yep, go Jamar. A lot of bowl games left. Yeah, there is, Spencer. I took UConn today. That was the wrong move. What was the end of that UConn score? I just know I didn't win it.
Well, I said it earlier that what he does best is run fast. So
28-14.
the ball and he's on the move, and his route
Took him plus 11.
is going to continue to improve. But he's 6'4", and so he gets on people in a hurry. It's hard for guys that tall to transition in and out of breaks and run routes. But the go routes, the deep post. We talked about the reverse, the jet sweep we saw against Chicago. He takes for a touchdown.
4:30 left to play. Packers milking it now.
Here Aaron Rodgers talking to Lazard.
Hand off Taylor, just a gain of 1.
He's a beauty.
Yeah, to say the least. It was interesting when we were talking to him about, I said, how, this is the first time we've seen him all year. And how frustrating has it been? Yeah, we'd like to obviously have a better record, and in ways it's been frustrating, but in other ways it's been really good, And he talks about the relationships that he has, and then even working with some of these young receivers. So, they're hoping they can run the table and get a little bit of help and get in, and tonight was the first step in that.
This could be the put-you-away drive by the Green Bay Packers after they've let the Rams hang around, turned it over last
Pitches it to Jones to the outside. He gets a crease, gets the first down, and will be brought down at the 12.
At the 11, they're going to mark him now at the 12 and a 14-yard carry by Aaron Jones. And the Packers are doing exactly what they had to here tonight.
Well, Josh Nijman, the right tackle. You're going to see him pop into your screen here, 73. He's giving
It's starting to get healthy there, just. They got Dobbs back. They're not terrible at receiver, if I'm just being honest. Like, I like this Dobbs guy. It looks pretty good. Christian Watson looks good. Alan Lazard, who they haven't thrown to at all today, he's got a skill set. Then you got Randall Cobb. They're really not bad. I'm still surprised this team's just 5-8.
First down at the 12.
Dobbs gets hit big there.
Aaron Rodgers telling us that Dobbs came in a better route runner. Talked about the size of Watson, 6'4", ran a 4.3, 640 at the combine. They do different things. They play the same position, yes, on the outside as a wide receiver, but they're trying to work them in more on the field together and finding other spots for Christian Watson to play.
So it looks like this is going to get us.
Coming into this game, they were talking about
we'll
Christian
see.
Watson being more of the F receiver, which some people at home say, well, what exactly does that mean? And it's usually, it would mean he would be the inside receiver. He's here right now, but he would play more inside for a young guy.
They call a timeout with 2:06 left to play.
Guys that age or that young into the league, they struggle with that a little bit. But I know that, Joe, when you talk about young receivers, I saw a lot of them come in, and typically they struggle. It's a hard position. It's not as hard as coming in and trying to sell a quarterback, but it's hard when they come into the league, and even more so now in some ways because they don't have an expansive route tree. But the Randy Mosses and guys like that are just able to excel right from day one, they're Hall of Famers. And Christian Watson struggled and just got off to a tough start with the drop on week 1 that just compounded everything. But I think when it's all said and done, you'll look at this season and say he's had a really heck of a year.
Missed 3 games, concussion, and hamstring trouble. Had 88 receiving yards his first 6 games. And he's
2nd and 10 with 2:06 left to play. Fakes the toss. Now boots left. Gets it off to Christian Watson in space. He'll get a gain of 8. And that will be the 2-minute warning.
They don't put him in motion. They put him to the outside and get him the ball. See if he can't make something happen.
2-minute warning here at Lambeau.
Yeah, I'll probably watch that game, Spencer. Where's my subscriber thing? Where did that go? I need that. Sub count right there. Sub count went away. Chase Bishop says like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Chase. All right, so here we go, 3rd and 2.
So 2 minutes even. 3rd down and 2.
Lazard motions inside the box. And quick throw, and Christian Watson was just going to block. And so now 4th and 2.
That's one of those you're supposed to know. Because that's the signal. He's giving him the signal.
Appreciate you very much, Spencer. Wish you and your family a great and Merry Christmas as well, my man. Appreciate you for you and your support here for the Coach Plays. All right, so 4th and 2. Come on, Rams. Find a stop. Find a stop. Off coverage at the top of the screen. You got to watch for a quick throw. Inside handoff. And he gets the 1st down. Doesn't get in the end zone, but they do get the 1st down.
That's the ball game. I think Rodgers is he's still talking to Christian Watson. He's thinking that could have been a touchdown.
Put a little love pat on the helmet, like, all right.
Are the Rams really going to call a timeout here?
You know, when we talked to Matt LaFleur about kind of the
They sure did.
Rodgers,
My goodness, you idiots.
Can show his
Why?
frustration at times. He said, LaFleur did, it changed when we all started watching tape of both our Wednesday and Thursday practices together as a group so we could talk and Aaron could hear what Christian Watson's thinking and Romeo Dobbs. And not only that, Troy, but get to know them as people, which kind of humanized them, which maybe took a little bit of the pressure off.
I will tell you, when Matt LaFleur said that, I was shocked that they hadn't been meeting all along. I've been on both sides of it. I've had offensive coordinators that had it to where you always met with your individual.
So 1st and goal.
And not as a group. And I've had others with Norv Turner and Ernie Zampese.
And I think the Rams are just going to take a knee.
Offensive linemen met, and that worked best. So
And they do. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Until next time, stay humble, stay kind. Peace.